Good morning, everyone. Let's see for this to join. Okay, let's start with this. And I have received a couple of submissions. So let's check them. This is like Prashant's file. Oh, this looks nice. We just have problems. Let's see. Okay, this is Prashant's file. Let me see. This is on. Right. The thickness of like this thickness is missing. It cannot be missed. Way too dense. Way too angular. Lips looks lips look fine. Nose have problems. Yes. Like the only problem is see it's way too high poly. So if it's way too high poly, it will be very difficult to control it. So make sure keep it as low as possible. This is like way too dense, or keep multiple subdivision levels to control it. And define shapes. What is the positive? Make it a bit soft. Easy. And one more thing, like eyes. It looks like an Asian thing. So usually look like this. And what you can do is, like whenever something like this issue, create a mask, then you can move it. To fix the shape, use the S dam standard, like use dam standard in plus, just in alt. Define this thickness. It's very important. Like this thickness should be visible. Like define the shapes, just a bit more. And this island is little rounded, so use a standard brush and add slight volume, like round volume, soft roundness. And this side also slightly BCG labeled up and this volume is missing entirely. Yeah, no, not at all. Standard brush and clay builder, like all those brushes are different. Standard brush basically adds a round volume without any deforming your basic structure, basic detail or shape or anything detail you have. So you just add that. A clay buildup is basically add more clay, like it's just on top of that your surface. It adds something, some more clay, and you can just then either you add or minus. So I'm not able to hear your voice properly. Then it must be your network issue. Slightly volume. It's way too high poly for this. Okay, looks like some tribal because you have this here lobe, this thing, so it's most probably some tribal. Head shape, you can refer this as well, slightly. Volume. From top, it's almost fine. Like once you are like block out because otherwise that would look fine. So you can use Z remesh. So I try to remesh using remesh guide. It didn't come out nice. Huh. So, like, suppose you want to use remesher, like it might give you some issues and all. That's true. That's a possibility. So for that, like usually what I do, I just duplicate this model. Suppose I want to keep all these details. Control Shift T, duplicate the model. I follow. Then I'll go to this thing. Symmetry is on. Let's go to the image guide and reduce the brush size. Okay. So let's start. Draw this line. Like slightly like uneven. You can see that. So that is something you can do it like really slowly and make a really nice round circle, spherical circular shape. And this is how your topology of lips, like this entire structure is. Okay. Like if I want, I can create another loop here, very nice and clean and precise line. So let's go to sorry, remesh, Z remesh. Okay. So Z under Z remesh, you can see 20 means 20,000 polygons. And adaptive size basically means your usually quad is basically a square, right? It's a flat square. If it's an adaptive size, it means like it will have this tendency to go from a square to rectangle. So it can like switch between square to rectangle. That is something it's gradually happening. That's totally fine. If it's suddenly happening, that's not acceptable. So if you're gradually moving from square to rectangle, it's totally okay. Totally okay. So you can keep that to 50%. That's totally fine. And then curve strength is basically strength of this curve, this remesh thing will follow this curve. It's right now it's at 50%. So it will follow this curve 50% only, not 100%. So what I'll do, I'll just crack this up to 100%. So that right now, still it won't follow it like 100%, but around 90%, 80, 90, 95%, it will follow this. Then at 20,000 is decent polygon remesh. Okay. So it's remeshed and I can see there's a hole. Okay, something. Okay, anyways, shift F, you can see almost correct, not perfect, but almost correct. And to keep this thing like if you want to clean this thing even further, you can remesh and click on this keep groups, remesh once again. So it will give you nice clean lines. So this is what happens? You lose a lot of detail. Yeah, there was guide yesterday. I don't know. Guide. Maybe brush size is way too big, or whenever you try to create like two guides very close to each other, they have the tendency to snap. So try to keep them quite far, try to keep a distance between them. So now I have created this thing. So lips and all this thing. Nose is quite nice. You can see very clean geometry, topology, and everything is very clean. Like you can directly use this as my low poly. But this is not this is somewhere like mid to high poly. So, anyways, we can do this. Use this now. Now what I'll do, I have saved my actual high poly with all the details. So switch off your eyes. I switch on my this thing. Actual high poly, the dynamic model, what I have created. So now I select my new remixed version and go to project and first is project all. Click on project all. It will snap back to actual high poly. But you cannot do it like at once. You have to subdivide it again. Project all, like multiple times, in multiple stages. You have to do it. Control D one more time. Project all. So kind of snap, but they're like two distance here and there. I can see. So to fix that, you can say it's now right now 6 lakh something polygon. So to fix this, I can switch out this to point 0.1 distance. Distance basically the distance of projection. Then I can project it one more time. So you see, there's not enough polygon. That's why it's created this issue. Control Z, Control D. Now this is the slightly point 0.5. So that's all. Let's do this thing. Right now, this is at 2 medium. Uh, Still projecting. This is going to go. Yeah, it's projected, but there are like few issues. That is something we can handle easily. So to clean this, check D, lower polygon, lower division, and I can go and smooth this section. Then the D. This is happening because there's not enough polygon. It's like it's way too thin. The surface was way too thin. That's what it's happening. But this part we can fix it. D one more time. And you can see like most of the details are like projected nicely. It's just too thin. So don't keep anything really tiny and thin surface. That will create problem. D last one, I believe. Alright. Symmetry is in spot. Okay. So like this, you can clean your entire geometry, and now you can see you have nice topology, and you have this entire subdivision level. You can move up, move down, and fix everything. So try to keep your subdivisions and all, and try to keep it as low as poly, because if it's high poly, because now I can manipulate things, and if you can see you have all these, we have like whenever you add something in high poly, it have this tendency to create pinches and all this uneven surface. Lower division, I can smooth it very easily. Symmetry is off, my bad. I can clean this, and right now I can see it's not perfectly symmetrical. So what I can do, I can go to my geometry, modify topology. There's an option called mirror and weld. Click on this, but it has multiple subdivisions. It will create problem. Delete. Okay, if I delete it, it will create problem for me. So again, I have to do the same thing. I have to mirror and weld and subdivide it. Maybe this is fine. Delete, mirror and weld. You see, it's fixed. So now it's perfectly symmetrical, and you have center line, perfect center line, and you can work on this easily. And then you have all those details. You can add. My bad. Clay buildup. Now add clay to your model. But next sheet, define it, and then start adding details. Clicking I, this one is not required anymore. Delete. You can see the file becomes really light. Now start adding details. Okay. Now I have one more file. See what? Why it rotated like this? I don't know, maybe. It looks nice. I don't have a reference. I don't know. It looks nice, like from D and D. Like from side, I can see it's like really narrowing down. So maybe I am not sure because I don't have the reference. This is like we should narrow this thickness also slightly, gradually. D and T. Oh, T, D and T. Slightly more rounded. On this eyeball, D, C, D, maybe slightly more round. Otherwise, it looks nice. Nice, like add some detail, like clean all these lines, make it really detailed. CDS, stamp standard. Like make sure these are like really clean and crisp lines. So separate part altogether. So this side will be smooth and there will be a depth. Yeah, so I don't know how to give detail. Okay, we'll get into that part as well. So okay, so as of now, like this looks like blocking wise and like shape structure it looks nice. Kind of nice. Baby, keyboard. Okay, let's somebody else side. Anurag. And okay, this meeting going to end in 10 minutes. I'll restart it, rejoin it. Uh, just blocking. It seems like you took only 10 minutes to create this. Skull sheet, BBS, stamp standard. Like drop it nicely, add more detail and nose. Cheekbones, define it. Like get the shape correct, then add detail. Okay, here's Abhijit Patil. Okay, let's see. It's skull, I believe. Okay. Like a skull, like first get the shape right. Like start, like detailing is the last stage. But before detailing, like reduce and this like weight is huge. Yeah, weight is huge. Like detailing is last stage. Before that, you have to fix the skull shape. You can follow this slightly narrower, the front, and rounded. BCD. And like whenever creating color something, make sure have a nice good reference. Should I follow human portion? Yes, like you have to follow human portion either way. Like for skull and all. Like is it? It's not. Is it? This is a human skull, right? Oh, my reference isn't a human. Okay. So I have no idea. So you can like next time you can submit a reference answer so that I understand what your reference to like start like otherwise like human skull is different. Your orangutan or monkey's skull is different. So if you are creating something else, please submit a reference. Then only if you understand. So, I thought like it was a human deformed human. So then so you can submit a reference. Then only you can understand. So I said it in Excel. Okay. 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 This is a reference and it's a monster test. Uh, okay. It was supposed to be a like this is a organic modeling. So I think his reference is a demon. Okay. So this is a box. So I don't know what to like use a human animal some like initially starting when we were starting use a basic reference something human or monkey or some humanoid or some animal something basic simple things these are like this is basically a box, right? Basically box with a tongue, that's it. So it's you cannot count it as an organic model. Okay. Then we have side. Okay. Okay. Something like this. Open a file. In like 1.5 minutes, it's going to restart. So make sure join back, or I can take attendance. If you don't want to join back, you can just simply don't join. Yeah, there's no point. Like if you don't want to do anything, so there's a point like staying there. You can write Abhijit is present, Akshay Sharma present, Ankit Yadav, yes, it's all. Anupama present, Anurag present, Akshay present, Arun Nagraj present, Abhishek Nayak. Submit yesterday. Submit now. You can submit now. That's fine. It's open till tomorrow. I think that portal. I have like given like 1 day extra something. Yeah. So submit now. Abhishek Nayak. Then we have Ayan Sachin. Not there. Then we have Kamlesh. Okay, we can see Kamlesh. Then we have Chinmay Datta. Chinmay.